Good morning, students. This is Professor Eknath Ahire from Divine College of Pharmacy, Department of Pharmaceutics. Students, before starting today's session, I want to take this motivational quote for the day, which is working for success uh, will make you a master, but working for satisfaction will make you a legend. So it's depends on you what you want to make or what you want to prepare for that master or legend. Okay, it's depends on you on and your working. Okay, so good morning all of you. So with this motivational quote we will start today's session. So dear students, in last lecture we already started with Drug and Cosmetic Act 1940 and its rule 1945 and its amendments. In that, we seen about the uh, introduction part, then different type of definitions of it, and then its schedule of the act. Okay, so in previous session we just started with the administrative bodies. In that, we already studied one administrative body, which is Drug Technically Advisory Board. Okay, so today uh, we'll see with next body. Okay, so here is the another one, which is Drugs Consultative Committee. Okay, so we will start with this. The central government. So we are going to see now Drug Consultative Committee, which is the one of advisory body, which is uh, comes under advisory board. Okay, so the central government may constitute an advisory committee to be called the Drugs Consultative Committee to advise the central government, the state government, and the Drugs Technical Advisory Board on any other matter tending to secure uniformity throughout India in the administration of this act. Then uh, this is the basic information regarding the Drug Consultative Committee. What is the purpose of that particular committee, and what is the main role or the major role of this committee? Okay. Then, what is the actually constitution of this Drug Consultative Committee? So, let's see. The Drugs Consultative Committee shall consist of. So, it consists of the following members, that is two representatives of the central government to be nominated by that government, and one representative of each state government to be nominated by the state government with concern. Okay, so two representative will be nominated by the particular government, means the central government, and from each state government one representative is there in this particular committee. The Drugs Consultative Committee shall meet when required to do so by the central government and shall have power to regulate its own procedure. Okay, so uh, this committee particularly meets or the having meeting when whenever they thought it is required. Okay, and this committee having the power of regulate its own procedures. Then next is the CDL or the Central Drug Laboratory. So we will start this. The central government established a central drug laboratory under the control of a director to be appointed by the central government to carry out the function entrusted to it by this act and any rule. So this particularly CDL or the Central Drug Laboratories are established under the control of the director, and this is comes under the central government. Okay. So what are the function of this particular committee? So first function is to analyze the samples of drugs or the cosmetics sent to it by a custom collector or any authorized officer or by court. Okay, so it may be sample will be sent by any custom collector or any authorized officer like drug inspector, and another one is a sample may be sent by the court. Okay, to carry out such other duties as may be assigned to it by central government or state government with the permission of central government after consultation with DTAB. So, in case of some drugs like biological and microbiological tests are not carried out in the CDL. So, CDL generally not carried out any type of biological or the microbiological related test at the Kolkata. Hence, the test or the analysis of such a samples functions of CDL is carried out at other labs or institutions. So, this type of analysis will be done at the other uh, laboratories or the other facilities of this uh, particular or the other laboratories which comes under the central government or the state government. Then which type of sample are analyzed at which of the institute or the laboratory? Let's see. So Sera vaccine, the toxins, antigen, antitoxins, sterilized product, or the surgical sutures and ligatures will be analyzed or the uh, analyzed at the Central Research Institute, Kasoli. Okay, then Sera vaccine toxins, antigens, antitoxins for veterinary use will be analyzed at Indian Veterinary Research Institute, Izzatnagar. Okay, then oral polio vaccines will be analyzed at Vaccine Testing Laboratory at CRI Kasoli. Then it may be also analyzed at National Institute of Communicable Diseases Laboratory, then National Institute of Vaccines Pune. Okay, then VDRL antigen or may be analyzed at Laboratory of Serological and Chemical Examiner to the Government of India. And next is the condoms, which is analyzed at Indian Pharmacopoeial Laboratory, which is also located at Ghaziabad. Then UID and fallopian rings. So intrauterine devices and fallopian rings will be analyzed at uh, Department of Biological Engineering, IIT New Delhi. Then okay, so these are the products and particular laboratory where is that particular sample or the that particular product will be analyzed. Then drug control laboratories in the particular state. So every state has a laboratory for the analysis and testing of the drugs and cosmetics manufactured or sold in that particular area. So samples sent by DI or the drug inspector are analyzed by such a laboratories. Okay. Then also analyze the drugs sent by any person or purchaser on payment of necessary fees. So that particular fees format will be described in the schedule of A. Okay. Then government analyst. Next administrative body or the administrative person is the government analyst. So let's see about government analyst. So government analyst means in relation to Ayurvedic Siddha or Unani drugs, a person appointed by central or state government under section 33b, 33f, in relation to any other drugs or cosmetic, a person appointed by central or state government under section 20. So if DI is related to the Ayurvedic Siddha and Unani drugs, then it will be appointed under the section 33F. And if this government analyst is related to drugs and cosmetics, then it is appointed under the section of 20. So, what is the qualification or the required qualification for this post, which is analyst? So, the analyst should be a graduate in medicine or science or the pharmacy or the pharmaceutical chemistry of a recognized university with at least 5 years of experience in the testing of drugs in a laboratory under the control of government analyst, head of an institution or the approved testing laboratory. So this is the first criteria of qualification. Second is a, pro, a postgraduate in medicine or science or pharmacy or pharmaceutical chemistry of a recognized university with at least 3 years of experience in the testing of drugs in a laboratory under the control of the government analyst or head of an institution or approved testing laboratory. So this is the second criteria. And third one criteria is associateship diploma of the institution of chemist India with analysis of drug and pharmaceuticals as one of the subject with not less than 3 years of experience in the testing of drugs in a laboratory under the control of as mentioned in 1 and 2, means first and second criteria. So next part is the duties of government analyst. So uh, what will be the particular duties governs with this government analyst? Let's see. To cause analysis or testing of samples of drugs or the cosmetics sent to him by drug inspectors or other persons under the provisions of the act for manufacturing purpose, sale purpose or the distribution purpose, and furnish reports as per rules. So to forward from time to time reports giving the results of analysis work and research with a view to their publication at the discretion of the government. So, so procedure to be followed on the receipt of the sample. So, what type of procedure should be followed by that uh, uh, particular person which want to send their samples to this particular analyst? Okay, so let's see if it is related to the pharmacopoeial drugs, then we should give the reference to specific test and source. So we have to mention there which type of uh, procedure we have to perform or the we want to perform, and give that particular test reference for the convenience of this particular for the convenience of the analyst. Then the patent or the proprietary medicines which uh, for which pharmacopoeial tests are applied. In this case, we have to provide a reference to specific test and source. Next, the patent or the proprietary medicine containing pharmacopoeial drugs for which analytical method is modified. Then we have to provide a complete description of test or the analytical method used. Then if patent or the proprietary medicines for which no pharmacopoeial methods are applicable but methods in standard books and journals are followed. So in that case we have to provide complete description of test plus or as well as the reference to specific test and source we have to mention over there. Then drugs for which no methods are available but have been evolved by the government analyst. So if there is no method available for the particular drug, but that particular government analyst will perform or he is able to perform that particular test. So in that particular case we have to provide complete description of the test applied. So this is all about government analyst. Next administrative person is the drug inspector. Let's say about drug inspector and what is the role of drug inspector. So drug inspector is the uh, central government or the state government maybe notification in the official gazette appoint such person as it think fit having the uh, prescribed qualification to be inspectors for such areas as may be assigned to them by the central government or state government as the case may be, or no person who has any financial interest in the import, manufacture or the sale of drugs shall be appointed as inspectors. So inspector should having no or the he don't having any conflict of interest regarding the sale manufacturing of drugs. Drug inspectors are uh, the public servants and are officially subordinates to controlling authority subject to prescribe the conditions limitations. Drug inspector exercise their powers and perform their or they should perform this their power and duties at a particular or the specific stage. So drug inspectors means in relation to the Ayurvedic Siddha Unani drugs and inspector appointed by the central government or a state government under the section 33G. If it is related to the Ayurvedic Siddha and Unani, then it should be appointed under the section 33G. If it is in relation to the drug and cosmetic as inspector appointed by the central government or state government under the section of 21. So what type of qualification will required for the drug inspectors? Let's see. So first criteria regarding qualification is drug inspector should be a graduate in pharmacy or the pharmaceutical sciences or medicine with specialization in clinical pharmacology or the microbiology of a recognized university. Then provided that for a purpose of inspection of manufacture of the substances specified in Schedule C, a person appointed as drug inspector should have not less than 18 months of experience in the manufacture of at least of the substance one of the substances specified in the Schedule C, or not less than 18 months of experience in the testing of at least one of the substances specified in Schedule C in a approved laboratory, or not less than 3 years of experience in the inspection of firm manufacturing any of the substances specified in Schedule C during the courses sorry during the course of their services as the drug inspector. So drug inspector should have specific qualification as well as the specific experience also. So this case regarding the experience is s- somewhat in case somewhat is um, what we can say there is a relaxable. Okay, so it may be changes with the government rules. So you should check regarding the experience of the drug inspectors. So what is the power of the drug inspectors? Let's see. within the local limits for which the drug inspector is appointed. He may inspect. So first we will see the inspection uh, regarding the powers. Okay, any premises wherein any drug or cosmetic is being manufactured, and also he may inspect the means employed for standardizing and the testing the drug or the cosmetic. So he will uh, visit that particular premises and inspect uh, which is drug or the cosmetic manufacturing over there. Okay, then any premises wherein any drug or the cosmetic is being sold or stocked or exhibited or the offered for sale or the uh, distributed. So any type of store he can check or the inspect, then take samples of any drug or the cosmetics. So he having the right which is being manufactured or being sold or is stock or offered for sale or exhibited or the being distributed. So he can take that samples for the checking or for the analysis purpose. Then from any person conveying, delivering or preparing to deliver any drug or cosmetic for a purchaser or a consignee. So he can take samples from any type of this. It may be the person having convening or the traveling or the carrying, then delivering, then preparing, then uh, going to deliver or uh, going to deliver to the purchaser or the consignee. So he can take the samples from that persons and he will send that sample to the particular laboratory for the checking purpose. So next is search. Uh, he, um he will be search any person in connection with the offense under this chapter at all reasonable times. Then he having right or the power to enter and search at all reasonable times any place or premises in which he has reason to believe that an offense is being committed or uh, has been going to committed. Okay, so he can enter and search over there. Then stop and search any vehicle or the convenience which he has reason to believe used for carrying any drug or cosmetic in respect of which offense has been or is being committed. So he can stop and search any type of vehicle or the convenience uh, regarding he having any type of doubt to that particular vehicle or the convenience. Okay, so he can stop and search to them. Okay, then give order in writing to the person in the possession of drug or cosmetic in respect of which offense has been committed, not to dispose stock of such drug or cosmetic for a specified period not exceeding 20 days or unless the defect may be removed by the processor or the possessor of the drug or the cosmetic and may seize the stock of such drugs or cosmetics or any substance or article employed for commission of offense. So he can or he will give in the written format for regarding of this particular offense or the any type of offense will going to committed or will or the committed in past. So next is he having power to examine any record, uh, register, document or any other material object found while exercising above powers and seize the same if he has reason to believe that it is an evidence of commission of an offense under the act. So he can examine any type of register and documents at uh, any time of or any reasonable time. Okay, then exercise any other powers as may be necessary for carrying out the purpose of this act and the rules made there under. So he can use any type of power made these rules and acts, or the made in this rule. So these are the some duties of drug inspectors. So first we will see in relation to sale and drugs and cosmetics. So in this regards, which type of duties uh, having the inspectors? First is to inspect at least once a year all establishments licensed for sale of drugs in the area assigned to him, and to satisfy himself whether the condition of the license are observed or not. If it is not, then he will going to seal that particular area, or he will use the notice for this particular industry or the company or the manufacturer. If he thinks necessary to obtain and send samples of imported drugs and cosmetics for test or analysis which are being sold or stocked in the contravention of the provision of this act. So to investigate any complaint made in writing to him, so he can investigate any type of complaint regarding to him. To institute uh, prosecutions in case of breach of the act and rules, to maintain the records relating to all inspections and actions taken by him, and to submit copies of such records to the controlling authority time to time, to make inquiries and inspections regarding the sales of drugs in the contravention of the act. So it uh, it should have also to detain the imported packages if he suspects to contain drugs, the import of which is prohibited. So he can detain that particular packages. So I think uh, enough for the day. Remaining we will discuss in next session. Okay, so revise this chapter again and again, because this is very much important uh, in the sense of your examinations, and as well as your competitive examination, as well as your general knowledge purpose. So up to here, uh, thank you so much. Thank you.